Hey everyone, welcome to our first person gameplay commentary. My name is Drybear, and this time around I'm playing League of Legends champion Varus. He's a ranged attack damage carry. I'd say he's probably more high mid tier than anything else, for the reason that he's not very mobile. Some of the ADCs that get picked over him are like Graves, Corki, Vayne, and Ezreal in certain lineups, for the main reason that they're highly mobile. They have their own defensive abilities where they can get out of danger if they need to, and also be able to reposition during team fights. That's probably the main reason why he doesn't get picked as much, just because he's just so slow as a character in general. When you have a highly mobile character like that, it's very difficult to have your jungle or your mid come down and gank the bottom lane, just because they can easily just dash out or reposition themselves. And when you try to dive them in team fights to try and take down the main source of damage, if the AP is not doing too well, then you are going to have a tough time with that as well. And that's one of the reasons why those four ADCs mainly are being picked more than certain carries like Varus. Fundamentally, as a carry, he's probably on par. His damage output's very, very good, especially late game. He has some really good scaling as a steroid passive and all those kind of things. But that's mainly why he's more mid-tier. But I'd say probably high mid-tier. In general. Before the game starts, I'd like to cover the abilities in case you don't play Varus. His passive is called Living Vengeance, and basically if he is involved in killing a champion, whether it be a kill or an assist, he gets 40% increased attack speed for 6 seconds. Likewise, if he kills a minion, he gets half that, and by half I mean half the percentage, and also the duration, so 20% attack speed for 3 seconds. If he kills a champion, his bow will glow purple, and if he kills a minion, it will be denoted by a red glow on his bow. His first ability is called Piercing Arrow. This is a 2-part ability. When activated, he will charge up his bow and move slower, and then when he activated again, it'll shoot an arrow towards where your cursor is, and will do physical damage everything it passes through. Looks like our little thing is safe over here. We're gonna be a Poppy Draven. This is a blind pick, all pick game, so it's gonna be kind of crazy. People are probably gonna whine and yell, but I wanted to get started. I'm actually a new YouTuber. I just started my channel about 2 months ago or so, and I've been doing mainly Smite, which is a high-res game, but I'd like to move to start making some League of Legends videos. So if you're just seeing me for the first time, I would like some feedback, constructive criticism. Go ahead and put that down in the comment section below and just let me know how I'm doing. Or if you like the commentary, or anything I can do to improve it. So the Piercing Arrow will shoot on the second activation towards your cursor, passing through everything. And it's not a reduced ability like Ezreal's ultimate. It will do full damage to everything it passes through. And the longer you charge it, the more damage it does, and the farther it shoots. So it increases with range and damage the longer you hold it. Second ability is called Blighted Quiver. This is a passive ability, which will give him bonus magic damage on attack. Let me see if I can show you here. 64 and 10. The 10 is the magic damage bonus, and you can also see there's little like soggy Cheerios all around the body. That's my when it applies a stack of Blight. It can stack up to 3 times, and will be detonated by any of his other abilities. And when detonated, will do a portion of his maximum of the enemy's maximum HP upon detonation. So it'll do at max level, will do 5%. Per stack, so 15% of their maximum HP when you do 3 stack detonate with any of his abilities. His third ability is called Hail of Arrows, and I'm actually glad that they're not being too aggressive. I tried to this is my second game of the day. The first game of the day, they went like super hardcore aggressive, and I didn't even get a chance to really explain the abilities, so I'm happy that they're not doing anything too crazy. Let's see if we can get something going here. A little bit of damage, not too much, pretty low level. See how much armor. Oh, not very much. So the third ability you saw there, he'll shoot it's a ground targeted ability, which will shoot a whole bunch of arrows at the area, doing physical damage to everyone in the area, slowing them by a percentage, and also reducing the healing effects and regeneration effects they receive for a short duration. And also, it's an on-hit effect, so it'll land. It won't do on-hit effects, but when it lands, it'll apply the slow, but also it is a field, so if they walk through it after, they didn't get hit by the initial release of the arrows, but they walk through it after, they will be slowed and receive the effect. Ooh, that was close. I don't know this guy. I take showers, but I like his heart. He's brave. That was a very brave hook. Come at me, Poppy. Come at me. And his ultimate is called Chain of Corruption. This is a skill shot nuke, a lot like Fizz's ultimate, which will shoot out a projectile, and if it lands on an enemy champion, it will go through minions. If it lands on an enemy champion, it will do magic damage on hit, and then root them for 2 seconds, and then after that, it will start to spread to any nearby champions that stay in the range. If they stay in the range of the spread, For the entire duration, it will actually root them for 2 seconds. It will not do any magic damage, and it cannot root anyone it has rooted before. So let's say I hit the first person, someone stands next to him, the second person now gets rooted because it spread to them. It will not spread back to the first person because he's already been rooted by my ultimate. This is a very powerful ultimate in team fights. It does a lot of damage to the first person it hits. And if you get it off early in the team fight, you can very easily do a lot of damage and cause a lot of chaos. We got a big wave coming here. I want to hold it outside the tower range for a second. Blitzcrank! As far as skill build goes, there's kind of like two builds that I've seen that are pretty popular. The main one is maxing out Piercing Arrow first because it scales so well and does a lot of damage. And I've seen then you follow up with Blighted Quiver, or sometimes Hail of Arrows, but most often Blighted Quiver. That's kind of what I go for. I'm gonna get shot by a bunch of minions here. I missed the last hit. I'm probably gonna miss a bunch while I'm talking. So you max out Piercing Arrow first because it does the most damage, and then follow up with Blighted Quiver because it gives you bonus magic damage on hits, so you can farm easier, but also gives you more of a damage on detonation, which is really good against tanks and whatnot. With his passive combined with his Blighted Quiver detonation, he's really good at killing tanks and scales really well into late game. His Piercing Arrow scales like really hard off of his physical power, so it can do like upwards of 1500 damage if you're really farmed late into the game. Kind of just waiting here. Probably get a little bit of harassment off here. I guess we're just waiting to get some farm. I realize that ADC is not one of the most entertaining roles to watch, but it was what my team needed. I kind of just waited. I'm one of those players where I kind of just fill in the role that our team needs, and then once we get it, Oh, I missed it. Oh, don't look at me. I'm terrible. Oh, this isn't good. If I can lead him through the minions. Lead him through the minions. Lead him through the minions. Don't hit me again. Oh, that was bad. I probably should have fought, but I don't think I was going to win that straight up. So it's a little bit bad. And I missed my Q on that Poppy. Oh my god. Yeah, so I've been busy all weekend and most of the week last week. And this is like my first chance to play some games, so I wanted to get some commentaries out for you guys. So I'm going to be pretty rusty, and it's going to be pretty awful. So when action starts, you might want to close your eyes. If I was level 6 there, I probably would have been able to get that off. But I kind of want to wait. I need a little bit of damage, but I think we're not losing lane too bad. My farm is tied for the most in the game right now, so surprisingly, I'm doing okay on that. The Draven got a double kill, but that's okay. It doesn't seem to be too well. He probably could have killed me a lot quicker than he did, so I'm not too worried about that. As for item build goes, I mean, it's pretty standard for ADC, and it's also based on personal preference and what you're up against in the game. This game, there's not anyone super tanky besides Poppy, but because of my my Blighted Quiver and everything, I'm not really going to be too concerned about her. Plus, she's playing support. She's not going to be super tanky that early on in the game, so I'll probably just go for... I like getting a Bloodthirster first. Don't... Okay. I'm talking here. No one taught these children manners. Fucking yordles. So I'll probably just go for a Bloodthirster. I like going for Bloodthirster first if I'm solo queuing, just because it allows me to sustain myself in the lane and do... Like, I'm not really expecting to get much help or healing from anyone else, so it allows me to stay out and farm longer just because I can heal myself up pretty easily. And I usually get some kills early on, so I like to stack that up. And then I'll probably go for attack speed. In general, if you're going for attack damage carry, you generally want to go for damage first, just because it is very effective early on. But you don't want to go too far into damage. You want to make sure that you pick up some attack speed after that. If you have a lot of attack damage but very low attack speed, then your damage limiter is going to be your attack speed, and your damage is going to be highly limited by that. If you have a lot of attack damage, or you have a lot of attack speed but very low damage, your damage limiter is going to be the attack damage itself. So you definitely want to find a good balance between attack damage, attack speed, and then utility for like armor pen and whatnot. He's trying to keep away from the tower, but I can last it under the tower. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. So we're just gonna hang out here. Poppy's still chilling on the bush, being freaking yordles. Freaking yordles. Looks like mid lane is doing okay. We got Soraka against Katarina here. Soraka mid. It's just one of those games, I guess. Just something you gotta deal with. Up top, we got a Pantheon. Lee Sin's coming in, trying to get the Kha'Zix. Kha'Zix back up to the tower. Probably gonna get that tower up there. Kha'Zix getting dived here. Rengar shows up the last second. Pantheon goes after, gets the last hit. Kha'Zix goes down. Rengar's coming in, trying to get the last hit on Pantheon. Lee Sin's trying to help him out there. Gets the shout off. And my teammate is going while I'm talking about the top lane. Gets the Rengar ends up getting the last hit. Rengar takes him down. Lee Sin's trying to pick off the Rengar. Rengar's trying to get the slow off. Gets the bolas off. Freaking Yorls are trying to interrupt me. Rengar might get away. Resonating Strike. Gets the last hit. Lee Sin takes him down. That's a 2-for-1 exchange at top lane. Excellent for my team. Very well played. That was exciting. Did I miss any last hits while I was doing that? Probably like a million last hits. I think Blitzcrank went in, and then I was just sitting here like talking about the Soraka's losing. Of course she's losing to Katarina. I don't know why we have a Soraka mid, but oh, it comes to ultimate. She's probably gonna dived. The ignite goes off. Gets the kill. Wow, amazing. Katarina got very bold there. No ignite on her. Probably got an exhaust. No ignite on that ultimate. Oh, you jerk. You jerk. Poppy's coming in. I probably want to focus on the Draven here. Gonna go for the Draven as fast as I can. Get that on the Poppy so the Poppy can't help. Gets the kill there. I might get in. Oh, I have a lot of minions here. I'm going to try and back off on this. The Poppy probably could have died there, but there's just way too many minions. I would have taken a lot of damage from that. I just want to be careful. Generally, you want to err on the side of caution when you're playing an AD, just because, oh, this is going to be that. Get out of here, Poppy. Fucking diplomatic community. Oh, that was bold. So what she did there is she just made herself immune to damage, and it works on towers as well. She devastatingly blowed me. Okay, so now I farmed up. The reason I was having trouble in that lane is because I wanted to save up for my items rather than just going for it right away, or just trying to get like Doran's Blades. I generally don't like to go for items that I'm gonna have to sell later. I think I can play cautiously enough to farm up enough, and I did that. I kind of came back on God on that. Up in 2 seconds here. Draven's gonna be coming up. Lands the Resonating Strike, but probably won't go in on this just because the HP bars are not in his favor. Looks like Rengar's jumping in, takes off the Soraka mid. Not too great for her. Lee Sin's gonna come in and cover the lane. Pantheon probably wants to be careful here just because the Rengar is gonna be heading up to him, and he can easily jump from this bush right here. Kha'Zix is having a little bit of trouble, and that's probably why Rengar is kind of babysitting him. Rengar's probably gonna jump out any second now. I'm trying to watch my character so I don't leave the lane too hard. Oh, he's going on the Draven! Oh, never mind. Thought he was like being a brave man. Poppy probably went home. Here I am. Just in time. Oh, it was bold. So bold. I don't know if she dashed or not. Definitely have a lot of damage now, and good sustain too with my lifesteal. I'm running attack damage, Quints, armor pen, marks, and then just standard defense, armor, magic, resist, yellows and blues, if you were curious. This is kind of my first League of Legends video, so I'll probably end up developing my own style. I usually do with all my videos. Katarina's diving through the mid lane, jumps through to our catapult, tries to get away from the mid lane, and does make it. Probably gonna head up towards their jungle and stay there. One thing you can do with Varus is kind of charge up and pew the whole lane. See how that's starting to do a good amount of damage. Oh, had a little bit of a blip there. He's going in for this. Probably gonna be heading for the Draven if we can. Getting a little bit of lag here. Going in on the Poppy. Poppy's gonna be heading over here. Gonna be jumping over for me. Ghost comes off. Hopefully, I'm going to cut this corner as tightly as I can. She ends up going through and kissed me off. I'm sorry about that. I actually had a recording blip there, so we're back. We're black. Come on. Blitzcrank trying to get away from here. Poppy going in for the damage. Damage coming in on Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank does have his dash off. The exhaust goes down. Poppy's trying to get... Knocks him up into the air. Trying to dive this tower here. Pulls him into the tower, but pops his ultimate. Might go down for this. Oh, it's going to be close. Ends up escaping. This Poppy is playing quite well. I'm very impressed with him. Oh, looks like Pantheon went back to the top lane. Soraka's trying to hold down the mid lane. And it is what it is. It's unfortunate that my... So what happened is I actually got alt-tabbed. There was a problem with my recording. I got alt-tabbed. And what happens if you alt-tab while you're recording, the recording stops. And it was unfortunate enough to happen during a team fight. Or a bottom fight. Soraka's pushing the mid lane. Trying to take out that tower. take these out. Because fuck Lee Sin, that's why. So bad. So bad at video games. Katarina's diving in the mid tower, takes him out with the Ignite and the ultimate. Kha'Zix's jumping on the Pantheon. Pantheon's actually fighting back. Kha'Zix actually does not have enough HP. Did he get Giant's Belt? He did. Plus Ninja Tabi. Kha'Zix's gonna have a tough time. With the Draven here, good damage. Poppy's a difficult person to lane against just because she's she actually does a lot of damage for being a tanky type. He's gonna throw out his thing right there. I use my ultimate last fight. That was a close one. If Poppy went for me, she might have been able to do something there, but thankfully I went to the bush and she went for Blitzcrank, giving me just the window I needed to pop off that Draven. Kha'Zix pushing in the top tower. For some reason, Pantheon. Oh, Pantheon ulted middle. Went after the... Oh, that's Lee Sin. Lee Sin take out the Rengar. Rengar's going for the damage here, but Soraka's here to get the heal off. Not going to be able to chase him down there. Go back to farming, Drybear. This is not the time. Oh, who's beating me in farm? Draven's beating me in farm. I need to stop commentating. Need to stop commentating. I'm going to lose all the farm. Okay. So I'm going to be maxing out my Q here first, and then going after the Blighted Quiver. I usually just use my E for utility, like the slow, and also the reduction in healing and regeneration effects. Kha'Zix's coming in on the mid lane jumping on. Soraka's trying to get this out. Got a 3-on-3 coming in the mid lane. Need to be careful to make sure I get all these freaking last hits while they dive in. Soraka goes down. Pantheon's going after the Kha'Zix. Kha'Zix goes down. No, he does not. He does go down. Turning around to get on the Katarina. Katarina probably has her ultimate down. Resonating Strike lands on the Katarina, but jumps on top of her. Rengar doesn't really have much HP to jump in there, but he does have the red buff. Pantheon's going to be pushing back that lane. Probably a Poppy coming up here. I don't want to detonate these. Don't throw those at me, man. Oh! That was a bold hook. This guy gets points for being brave. This is the bravest Blitzcrank. Don't freaking... Might be able to get this, actually, if I wait for the cooldown. If I wait for the cooldown. Should I wait for the cooldown? Could it be? Could it be? Oh, it is! Oh, shit. This is not good. So I'm going to throw this out. It's actually not an on-hit. It'll slow him. When he jumps, I'm going to leap. He's under tower range. We're going to go after this Draven here. Going to get taken out. Rengar's going to jump on me, and it's exactly what I wanted because I'm going to take him out. Oh, he's going to heal. Detonate the stacks. He's going to dash out here. We got a Lee Sin coming in here. Might get a resonating strike off if I get it slow, but I'm out of range. Starting to warm up a bit. Now I'm not embarrassing myself too much. Not embarrassing myself too much. Hey, Jungle Moocher. This is my farm. Jungle Moocher, stop mooching. Hey, Jungle Moochers. They just come in your lane. They can't get a gank, so they linger and just eat all your farm. Push down your tower. Actually, this is a good time to get the tower. Sometimes I don't like the tower to go down just because if I'm having a tough early lane, I'd rather have the lane be more stable, so I have more of an opportunity to get the farm. But gold's always good for the team. This is more of a pub build type strategy. I just like to have the tower up sometimes. But if you're on a team, definitely you're doing a 5v5 ranked or something like that, you definitely want to have the tower down as soon as possible to get that extra gold. We could probably go for the dragon here. Lee Sin and I are on the same wavelength. We want to be careful here because mid's going to get pushed down. Rengar and Katarina are going to be pushing this mid lane down. Probably going to go over for the tower. Draven and Poppy are a bit far behind, so I'm going to detonate these stacks. There it goes. Probably going to run at the mid lane. Might be able to get a gank off here. I don't know if I want to go first, but Poppy's coming up behind us against the Blitzcrank. The ultimate width's down, but doesn't get anybody. We've got this coming in here. If we go for the Draven, is what I'm waiting for. There's a Draven in the bush. The bush humper's here. The bush humper. If I can get a good ultimate off here, there's the ultimate. Throw that down. I'm still pretty squishy. I kind of want to be in the back. There goes the root on them. Lands on the Rengar, and you can see it causes a lot of problems. We're going to be able to get this off. Gonna get the slow off there. Getting really harassed here. Rengar's getting slow, and I still don't want to lead the charge. I want to get as much stacks as I can up on everyone. Get the detonate off there. Gets the pull off. Really good pull. Picks that off. Blitzcrank is a hero. Goddamn American hero, Blitzcrank. Upstanding citizen. So there's farm bottom. Lots of farm bottom. I don't really need to go back yet. We got 2 kills there. Kha'Zix is going to be up at the top lane, taking on the top tower. Kha'Zix is going for Glacial Shroud. Blows my goddamn mind. Kha'Zix is the newest champion as the release of this commentary. And I wouldn't say that anyone's really nailed him down that well. There's not a whole lot to him as far as like item build, but I mean, the only Kha'Zix I've seen do really well are the ones that get super fed. I need to be careful here because my flank is quite dark. It's a dark abyss in the river there. Here comes someone. It's a puppy. It's a puppy. I kind of want to back in the bush, but just to be safe, I'm going to walk back. In general, you want to make sure that you take the extra effort to find a safe place to back. Sometimes you think you're safe and you're not. I think we only killed 2, Poppy and Katarina there, just because of Blitzcrank hooks. Draven could have been back, and Rengar could have been anywhere, so who knows. So I got a bunch of money here. I'm going to go after, I got the attack damage and lifesteal I wanted. Now I'm going to go for some attack speed to capitalize on that attack damage. After this, I'll probably go for, once I finish my, this is just a personal preference, once I finish the Bloodthirster and then go for the Phantom Dancer, I like to see if I need to get some penetration, so like a Last Whisper or something like that. It doesn't look like I will. I mean, Rengar's getting pretty fatty. Let's see if it shows up. Katarina's more going for HP just because of the Giant's Belt, and that's about it.
My work is not done.
No one's out farming me. All right, that's the happy day. Don't do it. Don't freaking pull her. Pull her. Oh, he's so brave. He's so brave. No. Oh, we're getting back. Didn't get the detonate off her. I think someone's probably Bush Humper. It's probably the Bush Humper. Where you at, Bush Humper? Brock is so brave. If I can get an ultimate off here, they're going to be pushing this in. Poppy's coming on the tower. We have full HP on the tower. I'm going to land the ultimate on the Katarina, stop her from fighting so we can fight just the Poppy on the tower. Katarina's coming in. Poppy's just pooping on her. Poop, man. Gonna get those detonate stacks off. She's going to get away. Nope. I need to get a flash out of here just because I'm getting focused. Oh, I'm probably going to go down here getting focused. This is kind of what happens in attack damage carry. And what you're seeing is get the hook off on the Kha'Zix. Kha'Zix leaps out. It's just Pantheon here that'll use up a lot of HP. Not a whole lot he can do here. Might be able to get the Rengar if they dive too hard, but Kha'Zix is long gone. The Raven's long gone. So what you're seeing here is, number 1, I suck, but number 2, just kind of the downsides of an ADC that doesn't really have any mobility of themselves. 400 for the Phantom Dancer. I really, like, once I got focused, I was as far back as I could have comfortably been. I could have been further back, but I wouldn't be able to do much damage. I should have just baited them a little harder there, and that was just poor positioning on my fault. But I was in the furthest back position I could for my team, and they still dove me, which is a very good strategy. A lot of experienced players will do that. They'll find the ADC and attack them first if they can, even sacrificing maybe one person on their team or taking a lot of damage. Just because once that ADC goes down, it's very easy to win the team fight. Leaving ADC unattended, especially since I'm the most farmed in the game, not after Draven got kills and stuff. Putting me to shame. But just in general, you saw the downsides of Draven, or of Varus. If I was, even Draven's more mobile than I am with his stand aside, will knock people away and slow them, and then have his blood rush to get away. Or Ezreal could have flashed, Graves could have dashed away, Corki could have used Valkyrie to go over a wall or get into tower range and whatnot. But me, I pop my ultimate and I pray. I pray. Kill wolves and I pray. Hopefully this kind of gameplay isn't too boring, just because I'm an ADC and I need to farm. No! Fuck you, bro! I need to get out of here because there's a Katarina who likely will dive on tower. Here comes the ultimate. It's probably going to get me down here. Again, with the mobility. I probably could have killed her if I used my Q, actually. Popped as much damage as I could have, but that's okay. As long as I'm even, as long as the bear is even, 5-5-5, it means every time I get a kill, I have to die and get an assist. From now on, quote me on that. Blitzcrank's defending the bottom lane. Draven uses the ultimate. Blitzcrank gets very low, cannot defend this tower anymore. We've got a Poppy and a Blitzcrank who are very low, but there's no one near to defend it. This tower is guaranteed to go down. Not a whole lot what our team can do about it. Lee Sin's pushing up the top lane, trying to farm that up. As far as items go, Pantheon finishes Warmogs, got a Chalice of Harmony for magic resist, and then Ninja Tombi Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 physical damage dealers, so the Ninja Tabi is definitely an excellent choice for a bruiser of his type. I might, since we have a Frozen Heart and a Chain Vest, I'm going to go for a Last Whisper now. Probably one more healing potion. I probably don't need it too much, but that's going to be that. Dragon's back up. We might want to get that. AP Soraka. Half damage, some MP5 or GP5. Kind of strange. And Blitzcrank's just doing his support thing. 17 last hits. Those should have been mine. It's a disgrace. Hey, don't starfall my lane. Get out of here. Fucking Soraka just got a visual update, so she looks super cool. She's got a fat banana. Look at that banana. Look at that banana. I'm done farming. The magical bear. Oh, right here. Get the Draven. Oh, Soraka. Don't. Mine. Oof, that was close. Close call on that pull. Probably going to be someone there. We got jumping on to the Pantheon. Pantheon's getting really low. Probably going to get finished off here. And there goes. Katarina gets the last hit. Poppy was there as well. That was a 3-man gank. So we could have jumped on the people mid. Poppy's heading over the mid lane. Lee Sin's trying to defend the top lane. Most cooldowns were used by the top lane people. So pretty easy to defend it now. Coming into the mid lane. Mid lane needs to back up. There's a poor position from them. We got a lot descending upon them. Draven, Katarina, Rengar, Kha'Zix, Bugs, Cows. Trying to get in this Draven if I can. Not a whole lot I can do here. I have my ultimate, but I don't really have any safe haven. Lee Sin's coming in here. The Resonating Strike lands. We get vision on the Rengar who's sitting in the bush. The bush humper. He is humping his bush as per his title. We got Katarina here. Katarina's getting pretty farmed, unfortunately. Poppy's coming in from the behind. Gonna be popping in here like the. Probably need to focus. Katarina if I can. Kha'Zix coming in here. Getting that off. Really clean. You can see the power of the ultimate there. It really saved me. After it had popped off on Katarina, who ended up dying because of it, it spread to the Kha'Zix who was about to dive me. And probably would have got me if that didn't happen. So that's really the only saving grace that that Varus has is his ultimate. It's very, very useful. And utilized correctly in a cluster team fight, like say a fight in a bush or something like that. It's quite powerful. And for team fights that don't move too much. So let's say you have 2 tanks they're facing off. You have a Moo and then like an Alistar who pops his ultimate, and the team fight stays in that position. You can get a lot of good roots off. Pantheon farm in the mid lane. Got his Warmogs up. Or Soraka getting a Hextech Revolver. Probably one of the big reasons why we're having trouble is AP Soraka. Unbelievable. One thing you do is just instantly fire off that. You see at the minimum it'll do. That's like about 242 damage at the minimum, but the maximum does 544. So it's about 150 to 200 more for the full charge, but it will detonate the charges. Let's see, I really didn't need much more damage on that buff monster to get that last hit. So I kind of just detonated for 15% of his maximum HP plus the minimum damage on the Q. I'm going to be careful here. They might be descending upon me. They're kind of trying to get a gank mid. I probably will be able to push one wave up if I'm feeling bold. If I'm feeling brave. Some big dick moves. One thing you want to do if you're pushing a lane really, really hard as a Varus is you want to prime your Q before the creeps meet. That way you can get a full line shot as they walk through here. You can easily fire the arrow through all of these. And about mid game, it'll do about enough damage to all of them where you can just do one shot to each of the remaining minions and kill them all. Look at all that farm. It's hard to watch it go, especially to a Soraka. Never. God, it hurts me. It hurts me to see this. Why am I higher level than here? Lord knows. Baron Nashor knows. So we're probably a bit behind here just because they're all farming better. The only person who's out farming me is the Draven, but the thing about Draven is if you focus him, there's not a whole lot he can do about it. He's kind of like, he has the range of like a Sivir, so he has pretty short range. I think it's like 350. But the thing is, like, he has to be moving around a lot, because if you're not actively using the spinning axes, then you're not really doing enough damage to warrant the Draven pick. figured she Shunko, so... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Probably should have saved that ultimate, but I figured, you know, my team was out for blood. Didn't get a hook. I did, like, no damage. No damage. God, there's, like, nothing to do. Might want to farm the right lane, but it's not safe. Nothing's safe. Give me a target. Lee Sin. Why are you so squishy? I don't know. Why is he so squishy? No, hey. Hey. There you go. I'm an ADC. By right, I deserve these wraiths. By right. Blitzcrank and Lee Sin are sitting middle lane. If the enemy decides to, they can come in and gank them. Not a lot of safe... There's actually no safe place to farm right now. I can pop in and steal their blue really quick, but I'd be vulnerable to a flank from the mid lane lane right here. This little nibbit, they can come behind me. If they came in front, I could easily get out, but if they came behind me, pretty much screwed. At this point, I want to keep my farm up without exposing myself too hard. What I can do here is just pew pew and see how each one of these is one shot. Draven's going to come in. Katarina's coming in. She smells me. She smells me. 30 seconds until my ultimate's back up, and probably not going to have a team fight until that comes up. Not because we're waiting on it, but just because my team's just running around. This is the solo queue experience, brought to you by Drybear. And the team just don't do nothing. Dude, grab someone. Go together, please. Dude, do you know how Blitz works? Give me a target. Yes? I don't think you do. It's like the most interesting conversation ever. God. So Katarina's up top. That's why I'm kind of coming bottom. I don't know if we should force a fight here. This is a lot of good... Like, it's just so hard to resist this farm. So I'm going to come in here and go... Pew! I don't know why they're fighting mid. At least it gets jumped on. Blitzcrank responds there. Varus is nowhere to be seen. Varus needs to run up there. We got 4 mid. Katarina is going to be coming from the top lane. Katarina is showing up from the top lane. Middle needs to get back as fast as they possibly can. I need to come in from behind her. I want to get caught out. Rengar's looking for an opportunity. He might ultimate jump in here. Katarina gets it. Nope, doesn't get hit. I do have my ultimate if I wanted to. I'm kind of waiting for something to evolve here. If I can. Something's evolving. Something's evolving. Get some good damage off on here. Kind of baiting me out there. Trying to stay back as far as I can. Get the last hit on the Poppy there. Ultimate's going down. There we go. Really good clean fight. So what I did there is I just try to bob and weave because I knew, just from previous fights, I knew that they were focusing me. They really didn't want me to be part of the fight. So I kind of just waited as things evolved. I would pop in and pop out. Rengar jumped on me and I flashed away, which allowed me to do a lot of damage and keep him in the fight long enough. He kind of dove really hard to get me, and I escaped, which kind of solidified his death there. A lot of good responses from my team. Really good ultimate from Soraka to save. Lee Sin went down, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. What's his name? Helsing. I'll sacrifice Helsing for my own sake. I'll do it. Picking up an Atmos up on the Pantheon. On the enemy team, the Trinity Force plus, wow, 9 stacks up on that. We're going to get this inhibitor here. Nobody's out farming me, thankfully. That's like all that matters, really. Kind of want to get these last hits, but we need to make sure that we get this inhib before we leave. Now we need to leave, and then I can do this, and they will walk through it. We're kind of in trouble here, and I'm really slow. If I was anyone else, I kind of want to just get in front of the Pantheon, but they want me. Exactly. Oh, they want me. They want me, baby. I'm dead. Oh! Oh, the ultimate! No! Save it, baby! Get the slow off there. I really can't do anything. Pantheon's getting focused really hard here. Rengar's jumping in. Poppy jumps on the tower. Blitzcrank goes down. Pantheon's getting really, really focused here. Getting really, really low. Pantheon goes down. The bullet land on the Lee Sin. Lee Sin gets focused and dropped down there. And that is a 4 kill for my team. That's what happens when you don't have an ADC to back you up. Plus, we were kind of on the back foot. Everyone really had our cooldowns down. I had to pop all my cooldowns there. Barely survived, thankfully. But, God, Draven, stop out-farming me. Might be able to get a kill here if they're not careful. They don't seem to be the careful type, so I might need to just pew pew. Yeah, I see it. Thanks. I don't know what pinging it's gonna do. If I dive in there, I'm gonna die. Got a Katarina coming here. Most likely gonna get this. If I have my ultimate, I'm able to get it. Yes, I see it. Thanks. They're pinging it as if I can just like, you know, like quad kill them right now. I can get a kill, but get that hook on Draven. Go for it. Go for it. Be brave. Oh, it just barely misses. We should probably back off here, just to be safe. Someone wants to surrender. Lee Sin wants to surrender. Drybear doesn't want to surrender. Pantheon doesn't want to surrender. Pantheon's going for the ultimate. Throws out, just barely misses the Draven. Draven's most likely going to be able to get out here. You can throw it, stand aside, and use his Blood Rush to get away. And I have a lot of money. At this point, probably just going to go for more damage, like a Infinity Edge. I might want to go for a GA, defensive items, but the problem is we don't really have a stable team here. I'm pretty much most of our team's damage. Pantheon does some. Soraka's going for like a tanky AP weird build. We don't really have any AP damage. So we don't have that big boom assassination that can come in from a flank and take out their ADC or something like that. I'm tempted to steal this blue from her. Just in case I don't win this game, I'm not really posting these for a display of skill or anything else. It's more for the gameplay commentary. I know there's a lot of high-skilled, high-rated players who don't really need to hear anything that I'm saying, but I'm sure there are a lot of players out there who would prefer someone who's not, you know, terrible at the game, I would say. Just someone that would explain everything they're doing. And I've gotten a lot of feedback on a lot of my other commentaries. People that just enjoy the commentary and the fact that I have a lot of insightful... oh, here we go. Teamfight's coming in. Teamfight's coming in. We need more ward. We need more ward, say Lee Sin. Possible hook coming in there. Kind of just baiting them out here. I can push this wave down. Don't take my last hits, Robit. Pushing this down. I have a lot of damage now. If I can get a red, we can probably go for the dragon. We do actually really need some wards up. They don't have any wards. No Dargan. We can probably jack their blue if none of them have it, which none of them do right now, and it's up. So I'm going to take this out super quick, so I can probably burn it faster than anybody at this point. Oh, don't. Yeah. So we got Lee Sin kind of camping out here. He's not really giving us any forward vision. We're kind of just waiting for them to come for Dragon. We know they don't have any wards here, so they're not going to be ready for us. So we're just kind of baited. They're going to be going for the Baron here. I guess they just went to ward it, and he had a transport. Katarina's going to be coming in here. Blitzcrank, I need to wait here because I know they're going to focus me if they take the opportunity. I need to get an ultimate off here. Land the ultimate. I'm kind of 1v1 with Poppy here, which is not good. I'm going to flash over the wall. Get down to slow. Rengar's coming in. Jumped on me. My team isn't really giving me enough of an opportunity to do anything here. And the problem is I'm most of the team's damage. And they're kind of focusing me really hard. So it's shutting me down as hard as they can, which is unfortunate. Quite unfortunate. Probably going to lose this game. I don't know. Contenders, Draven, getting a lot of good farm there. Rengar's getting good farm, and it's pretty hard to kill, as well as the Kha'Zix. And the Frozen Heart's really hurting me as well. Katarina is going for a lot of damage there. Poppy going for Trinity Force Poppy. They're all going for damage, that's the point. And because their damage is so low, they can pull it off. So I'm going for an Infinity Edge here, kind of just getting some damage out. I probably would have been better to get a Guardian Angel or a Warmogs or something, just because I'm getting focused so hard. That's probably what's going to end up losing this game for us. But yeah, I'm just kind of testing the waters, see if there's some League of Legends players out there that want to see some commentary from me. Jump. Lisa's trying to get out here. Poppy doesn't really have any intentions of going. Katarina's coming up here. Poppy goes in on the Pantheon. Pantheon gets stunned. Pantheon's backing off. Katarina might be jumping over to get the Lee Sin here. Pantheon's going after the Poppy. Poppy might go down here. Poppy gets exhausted, gets the kill, but Pantheon will go down to the Katarina. Katarina might be going after this Lee Sin. Lee Sin has a 395 movement speed. Rengar jumps on the health. Lee Sin ends up dropping there. Don't. Why? Hey. 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 None of that. So they're going to be probably going for a Baron here if they can. They got both their red and their blue, so I know that neither their buffs are up, so there's nothing really to be gained there. I really just need to keep farming, if you ever find yourself in a situation where you're playing an ADC and you have decent farm, but your team's kind of, oh Jesus. And the ultimate, I'm the guy here. He's talking too much. talking too much. What are you doing? WTF? WTF? Rengar, Kha'Zix, and Katarina, as well as Draven pushing the mid lane here. Goes for a hook, but does not land it. Gets a creep instead. Soraka, Pantheon, and Blitzcrank trying to defend this here. Starfall comes down to push the lane back. Stand aside to push the Blitzcrank back. Blitzcrank might have a hook coming up here in about 6 seconds. Trying to get this dash up, but they're just way too fast. They're probably going to go for a Baron at this point, since I am down. Dash coming out. Someone has a Randuin's. Something. Push up the mid lane, but we got a Baron attempt coming out, most likely. Mid lane getting pushed. They're going to be going after the Baron attempt here. We have no wards. Poppy's caught out. Poppy trying to de-ward before the Baron attempt. Might get killed here, but my team just does not care. With a Draven. Rengar's getting focused here. Rengar might go down. Rengar gets kicked out by the Lee Sin. Lee Sin might get the kill here. Lee Sin does go down. Soraka goes down. None of them go down except for Rengar. They're pretty low here and I have an ultimate. It's pretty much down to me. It's down to the wire. It's just going to be the Drybear for the solo defense. Might be able to pick off this. I need to land as many Qs as I possibly can. Screw you. I do not land it. Dodge the stand aside. We got to be retarded ADC. Yeah. Varus stay at home. GG. GG Varus. Told you I was bad at video games. Poppy's going to be coming in here. Draven's at full HP. Kha'Zix high HP as well. We got a Katarina who could be sniped, possibly if I land an ultimate Q combination. Poppy's coming in here. I kind of want to shoot the Katarina, end up hitting the Draven instead. Throw that off on him. And I'm going to go down here. Oh, no! I go down. So that's going to be a game, guys. Here's the scoreboard. I might superimpose the enemy score for the final stats, but thanks for tuning in. If you have any suggestions for my commentary or anything like that, I'm relatively new to this, so if you have any suggestions or criticisms, don't forget to rate and subscribe my channel. It really does help me, and also thanks for tuning in. I really look forward to seeing you in my next video.